I'm Brick Road. Let's play Shantae, Risky's Revenge. I have been waiting forever to let's play this game, actually. Literally forever. Like, Noah was building an ark and marching animals onto it, and I was sitting here going, it'll be great when I can finally let's play Risky's Revenge. That would be absolutely excellent. Risky's Revenge is one of the two games in my repertoire which the creator of the game actually asked me to do. The other one being Super Talking Time Brothers. The guys, when we were putting that game together, they were like, and Brickroad's going to let's play it, and it'll be awesome, and then I did let's play it, and in fact it was awesome. Risky's Revenge is also awesome, and back in the day when this game came out, a couple of years ago, it came out for the DSi. And I played it, and it was incredible, and way forward, the people who make it, because there are some like references in this game from my original Shantae Let's Play. It's like they wanted me to Let's Play it then. Like Matt Bozon, the guy from Way Forward, he actually requested that I do it, and of course there's no way to record video or audio from a DSi. As far as I know, and as far as he knew back then, it could not be done. And to this day, I don't think you can. Like, I've been trying to keep up with like the DSi emulation scene, and there kind of isn't a DSi emulation scene. And the DSi itself doesn't have any like outputs. Like the PSP, it has outputs. Like I can plug a device into that and then record stuff from it, and that's how I have some PSP Let's Plays. But no, Nintendo is not that happy-go-lucky with their system, and so as a result, Risky's Revenge went for 2 years without getting Let's Played by me. But then they went ahead and released it on the iThing. My fabulous wife last year for Christmas, I was like, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas? I'll buy you anything because I love you very, very much." She's like, "I want an iPad." I'm like, "What the hell are you going to do with an iPad?" She's like, "Oh, you know, check Facebook, play Bejeweled." And so I bought her a $600 Facebook and Bejeweled machine. But that machine also plays Risky's Revenge. So, believe it or not, the recording rig I have set up to record Risky's Revenge on the iPad is probably the most absolutely just convoluted setup I've ever had going for a Let's Play. So, like, yes, I have your egg. You can have this back. So, but it works. It does work, and it creates watchable videos. So I'm happy, and hopefully you're happy, and I think the guys from Way Forward will be happy. So everybody's going to be happy that I'm playing Risky's Revenge. I'm going to make two apologies right up front. First of all, I do apologize. I know the audio quality on this series is not going to be exceptional. That is because there is no way to record the system audio from an iThing. You have to find some other solution. And the only solution that I could come up with was literally to tape an earbud to my microphone. So my microphone is picking up the actual earbud audio, which is not a spectacular feat of engineering, but it does get the job done. Kind of all we need to worry about. The second apology I want to make is if you're a big fan of my really long Let's Play series, such as the original Shantae, I'm going to apologize to you next because this series is not going to be nearly as long. I know the Risky's Revenge really well. I've got the whole game memorized, and I've played it like a dozen times. I've done some challenge runs and some speed runs and things on the DSi. This will only be my third run of it on the iOS version. And so I'm going to go through the game pretty quickly. And I went back and forth because I could do a speed run or I could do a full clear, but I kind of can't do both. Like, there's a buddy of mine on the Talking Time forums. He's like a bigger Shantae fan than I am. And he can, like, his 100% clear time, it's something like an hour and a half. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's like, I don't understand how he can get that kind of low time. Because my best time period is like an hour and a half. And I have to finish the game with only like half the items. So I don't know how he does it. But as far as I know, he doesn't record Let's Plays. So you're just going to have to put up with me. So what I'm going to do is, it's not going to really be like a speed run. It's not going to be like I'm going to eke out pixels and things. But I am going to do the best that I can to get through the game fast enough to get the best ending, and then once I've done that, I'll go back and do a full clear and get all the stuff and all the like the pickups and the goodies and things. So you will get the full Risky's Revenge experience. The caveat to that, of course, being that you should have already had the full Risky's Revenge experience because you should have already bought and played the game. But just in case you're some kind of guerrilla freak and you haven't, or if for some reason you don't have a DS or an iPad, which I suppose is understandable, this is what you're going to have to put up with. So yeah, if you are going to complain about the audio or video quality of this Let's Play, I don't know what to tell you. It's like literally, the only other option I have is to point my webcam at a DS, and that's like not an option. And Risky is defeated for the first time in this game. And Shantae just stands there and waits for a cannonball to fall on her. Because that's what heroes do, you know what I mean? You can't actually skip through the dialogue faster than I've been doing it, but I don't know, it's been a while since I've scrolled through the actual dialogue, so I've kind of been reading it as we go. Not that Shantae has a stellar story or anything. Most of the writing is kind of the lovable cornball writing you get from like a Saturday morning cartoon, but it's still worthwhile. One advantage that the iPad has over the DS, though, from a recording standpoint, I mean, is that there's not two screens to record on the iPad. I've only got the one screen, so like I don't have to choose what I'm showing you at any given time. Of course, you do kind of have to look at the blue border through the entire game, but one of the downsides is that, I don't know if it's like a resolution issue or like a filter issue or whatever, but the game looks a little blurrier on this screen than it does on my DSi. The pixels are not quite as crisp, and I am a man what loves crisp pixels. That probably came out wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. And actually, no, I kind of do wish that I could just skip through this dialogue now. You actually can. Just tap it really fast, and then the dialogue goes away. Ah, there we go. Alrighty, now the game begins for real. This game is a much tighter and shorter experience than the original Shantae. Yes, that is a good thing. It's a good thing because it lends itself well to replays. And, you know what? I need 50 gems to start with, so let's... The guy outside of town won't let me out until I go to the save hut, so we're going to go to the save hut first. Hey there, Grandpa. Save my game. Yes. Yes, okay, and I need 50 gems to start with. I'm kind of at a disadvantage, because on the DSi, you go to a place in town called the Import Room, and if you've completed another Way Forward game called Mighty Flip Champs, the guy gives you a bunch of free gems. Like, I actually start, on the DSi version, I start out with, like 300 gems, because you get 100 for owning the game and 200 for completing the game, and then you get more for getting the top rank on every single level in the game, which I have not done, because I just don't have it in me. I don't have the skill for it. But it is a fun game, and I'm glad that I have it. I need a couple more gems. You'll see what I need gems for, actually, once I get them. You know, I might as well just go pick up my magic jam over here. You just blew me up, son. And I'm standing inside of you for some reason. You know, that's 50 gems. That's good enough. The other drawback to this, and I'm kind of hesitant to call it a drawback, because it kind of isn't really, but as you can see, it's got touchscreen controls. The controls work fairly well. Like, I was actually impressed at how well I adapted the touchscreen control, because I really prefer to have tactile D-pad and buttons and things like the DS has. But playing on the DSi is not the greatest system in the world as far as comfort goes. Like, the buttons are too small and too close together, and I have, like, I was going to say, oh, I've got these giant freak hands, but I kind of don't. I have just normal-sized human hands. And, I'm going to buy a P-ball. Yes. I will go back and buy the rest of the stuff later. In particular, I'll buy the map and kind of show you how Sequin Land is laid out. But right now, all I can afford is the P-ball. And that's the only item that I want anyway. And actually, I need to equip it. You use items by tapping your magic bar over there. That is a little annoying. Because, like, on the DS version, of course, you just have, like, an item button that you push, and then your item activates, and that's fun. On this version, though, you actually have to tap that bar, which means you've got to lift your finger off of the little virtual control stick down there, if you want to use an item, which kind of throws my game off a little bit. But, I mean, I got used to it after a while. It's fine. It's fine, I'll deal with it. say it's actually a very strange situation where, like, I much prefer to have the tactile buttons than the little virtual buttons, but at the same time, the iPad is so much more comfortable to hold than the actual DSi. Like, my favorite game to play on the DSi, by far, is Etrian Odyssey 3, because I can just set it down on my desk, and I can play it like that, and just, like, tapping it with the stylus and stuff. So, other than Risky's Revenge. Risky's Revenge, obviously, is my favorite game to play on DSi, because it's the best. There are some differences I noted between the two versions. If you're familiar with the original DSi version, but have not played the iOS version, you'll notice, like those gremlin guys I was just fighting right there, they take 4 hits to kill in the original, but only 3 hits to kill here. And some of the other monsters take fewer hits as well. Roddy Tops is still amazing. You can't eat that dog. What's your problem, Roddy Tops? That's awful. You must return the pet back to where you got it. So the goal of this game, I guess, is to collect these 3 magic seals. And Roddy Tops apparently knows where they are. And yes, that is the worst pun I think I've seen. I don't know, like ever, I think. The World Wide Web. Come on. Somebody animated that, though. Somebody drew that little spider computer thing. And you gotta respect that, I suppose. But yeah, we can just zip through this. I think you can see my finger taps on the screen as I'm passing all the dialogue up. That's another drawback to the iOS version, I guess, is that in that version you can just hit the start button to automatically skip any dialogue that you're in, which goes much quicker. And yes, I do prefer it. Now I've got to go all the way to the back of Tangle Woods, I think, which I'm going the wrong way. This is a very cool game mechanic, where you kind of like jump into the background of these places. That is amazing. I really love it, but it only gets used in this one area, and that kind of did disappoint me. Like, I wanted like whole dungeons and things. You know, the original Shantae had those like Zelda-style dungeons to them? I mean, not really Zelda-style, I suppose. Like Castlevania 2 style, maybe, would be better. Except the dungeons didn't suck like they did in Castle. Whatever, you get my point. Is that the little background transition mechanic is not used anywhere but this one area. Which, a little disappointing, but is this where I want to be? I think this is where I want to be, actually. Yep, there's the save guy. We'll pass him up. And there's the dungeon. We'll pass that up. One other minor drawback to this version is recording on the iPad. I won't go into all the details of my recording rig because, first of all, I don't really understand all the details because I'm dumb, and second of all, it's not that really interesting anyway. But I'm recording on an iPad 2 that has like 5 gigabytes worth of storage space, and a 10 or 15 minute video will eat up a huge, huge chunk of that. So what I've got to do is I'm going to actually have to finish recording this up and then move it from here to my computer and then erase it off of here so it's not taking up all the space. Hey, little chef lady, I found your dog. Oh, I've got your puppy. It's all good. This has to be the most amazing dialogue I've ever seen. And she gives this long lecture about what happens now that she has to go on forward in life without her puppy. And what will happen now that she will no longer know how to love and enjoy life without her. Yeah, we get it. I have no idea why they threw that in there. It's just amusing, but it inspires you to say no to people, I find, in this game. But I think that's the only instance where that dialogue really pops. And now she's gonna cook me something amazing! Make me a tasty meal, woman! Hooray! But that's not even the most crazy thing about this scene, because... No, I don't want to talk to you again. You can blow up the dog! And it explodes into a shower of colorful gems. And the dog does not respawn, ever. You just murder that lady's dog for financial gain. Shantae is a monster of epic proportions. But now that I have the tasty meal, I can run back through the Tangle Woods here. It's like my mind just comes alive with all the great dungeon ideas that you could incorporate that mechanic into. Missed opportunity, I suppose. So, that's where I'm going to end the first video, guys. In the next video, we're going to take down this first dungeon, and I hope to see you back here for the next episode of Let's Play Risky's Revenge. Bye!